everyone, my name is Sarah Webb and I'm the Associate Editor of Landscape Management Magazine. And I'm joined by Paul Fraynd, CEO of Sun Valley Landscaping in Omaha, Nebraska. How are you doing today, Paul?
I'm doing well, Sarah. Thank you for having me.
Good, yeah, and thanks for taking the time. We really appreciate it. So my first question for you is, can you briefly just kind of give us a rundown of how the coronavirus pandemic has affected your company so far?
Like most people, we initially started with a lot of uncertainty. There was a little bit of fear of what was going to happen to our business, to our families, all those kinds of things. But after we kind of got to it, we acted really quickly, and it became very motivating. So I kind of started talking about to my staff, let's be crisis-worthy partners. We have kind of a high calling here. Not only do we take care of our clients, but we have, in my case, we have about 55 families that depend on us to have this business, to take care of them, and to navigate this situation. And so really, it just really motivated me and my leadership team to start to take all these things that we've been doing and take them to the next level and act quickly. So we talked a lot about kind of expanding our purpose as a business. So we generally talk about allowing others to enjoy their outdoor spaces as much as we do. That's our purpose. So what we did was we added to that, and that we want to maintain and protect all of the jobs that we currently had. So that was kind of our battle cry, is like, let's make changes we need to do, but let's make sure we can keep everybody employed and keep their families safe. So it became a thing where we were very, very grateful for, working in this industry, being in our hometown. We're in Omaha, Nebraska. So it just turned into a thing that's really made us better in the long run.
Okay, I see. And was your company, did it get shut down at any period as a non-essential business, or were you open throughout the duration?
In Nebraska, they didn't end up doing a shelter in place. It was one of the only 5 states that didn't, where, Omaha's a fairly large city, 500,000 people or so, but we didn't have a big outbreak. And so they had left it to kind of, there was a recommendation to stay at home and social distancing and stuff like that. And certain businesses were shut down, restaurants and bars and stuff like that. But our business was never affected in that way.
Okay, I see. And then you touched on this briefly a little bit before, but can you talk to me about some of those changes that you made to keep your employees as well as their families safe?
Yeah, so we kind of started, so we were really quick to react. So I kind of see the NBA canceling their season as kind of that period where it was like, okay, this is a real thing. Mm-hmm. So that was a Thursday night. Friday night we met. We actually called off work on that Friday so we could get prepared. We put in new safety protocols where basically everybody became separate business units. So people started working from home. Crews only reported to the shop and basically only came in contact with those on their crew. So in a matter of 24 hours, we became essentially a remote, very technical, advanced company, and it was amazing how quickly it happened. All of our meetings went to Zoom and stuff like that. We looked at our clients and we wanted to try to be as proactive as possible. Talked about being a crisis-worthy partner. We have some clients that are in the hospitality industry. We also work for like our semi-professional or our professional AAA baseball team here. So there's a lot of our clients that were going to be affected. And then we just put in a lot of financial things. Obviously, adjusted our budget, did a wage freeze, changed a few benefits, and then just adapted and changed quickly. For example, we have a supply yard, and we've been talking about adding an online store for years. And, we thought this would take 6 to 12 months. My general manager, Ashley Ninneman, and her team put that together in about 30 days. So, wow. There was just things that we did really quickly. But through this, I guess the biggest thing that I just wanted to mention was we have kind of a multi-stakeholder approach to our business, meaning that it's not just about our clients or our employees or our owners, but our vendors and our client, I should say our partners and stuff like that. So looking at even like the person that provides our accounting or health insurance, just touching base with all these people that affect our business and being sure we're doing our best by all of those stakeholders.
Can you talk to me during the period? Did you have any situations where you had clients cancel on you, or was business pretty steady throughout?
Yeah, so we had a pretty aggressive growth goal going into this year. We wanted to grow certain segments of our business, primarily maintenance. And ended up what happening was some of our maintenance business did suffer. I mentioned those hospitality clients. But what is actually happened is surprising things. So we have a supply yard, and our supply yard is up about 50% in sales from last year. People are at home. They wanted to get their mulch done themselves, things along that nature. And then also with people being at home, they've really been thinking about their backyard projects. So our phone has been ringing off the hook for landscape projects and construction and stuff like that. So we've ended up hitting our sales goal in a very different way than we anticipated. So again, very grateful for that. But yeah, we did experience approximately $100,000 of cancellations that we had to then adapt and change to different service lines, basically.
Okay, I see. And that actually kind of leads into my next question. You mentioned that you did have a pretty aggressive growth goal for this year. So what's your guess on how this all will affect your company long-term, year and several years out?
So I guess we're kind of expecting 2020 to be a continued uncertain, unexpected, year. So I don't think that those contracts are going to magically come back, obviously, but we're going to do our best by those clients to do what we can. For example, I mentioned that baseball team. Baseball season still hasn't started, so we don't know what's going to happen this year. We're keeping a close eye on, economic trends and stock market and stuff like that, because when you're talking about projects at your house, some of those things affect that. So long story short, I think this year is going to be a lot more of the same. As I mentioned, we didn't have a shutdown order here per se, but now all of the businesses that I had mentioned are opening back up, restaurants and stuff like that. I think the biggest one is schools. So if schools are to open, that allows all of our working parents to have a little bit more of a normal life, and I think that would kind of bring things back to a little bit more of the typical demands and requests and stuff like that. But I think school is going to be a big thing that we look at for the rest of this year. Next year, we're hopeful. My guess is that it will be very much the same until, say, summer of next year. So that's kind of what we're planning. But if you ask me next week, I'll probably give you a different answer. So.
Definitely. It seems like that's the case all around. Let's see. And then did you end up applying for any of the federal aid, the PPP or anything like that? And if so, what did that process look like?
Yeah, so I felt like I've become a government affairs expert this year, begrudgingly at first, and then, I don't know, it became a thing that I knew was very important for us to be on top of. So the, Sick Leave Act, for example, to make sure we were in compliance with that. But in terms of the government funding, yes, we did the PPP program. That was a great windfall for us. It ended up being a nice cash injection that did truly prevent us from making other decisions. We probably would have considered, potential layoffs and stuff or wage cuts had we not been able to get that money. So it really helped secure things and provide a little bit more stability in our company. And it's allowed us some room to kind of grow. We've been able to do those IT things I mentioned, but also, continue to upgrade some capital expenditures and stuff like that with a peace of mind that we were going to have some backup cash, I guess. So.
Let's see, and looking at my questions here, that is about everything I have for you, but is there anything else that you would like to add?
Yeah, so we do, I guess, the thing I've really learned through many years and specifically through, mentors through NALP and stuff like that is to just be disciplined and really develop yourself as a leader. And I guess those things really bared fruit this year. So when we're dealing with things like this, we really focus in on our people. And so I've been trying to just focus on how to, meeting our staff where they are. They watch the news and they probably get overwhelmed. They probably don't have as much time to read it as I do. So trying to make sense of the world for our people a little bit. So giving them updates on the coronavirus, on the economy, now on social justice issues. It's helped our company kind of see that we're one big family and that this is truly a great place to be at. So we told our staff 3 priorities that we had for them this year that are new and different. So I just wanted to share those. So the one was protect the physical and mental health of our team. So we've talked a lot about mental health. I've always been kind of that person that talks about that with our company, but this year it's become even more important. So that's been really kind of neat to share that personal side with our staff. The second one was living out our core values and service to our clients. And so we've seen how those relationships and the way you treat people really matters. And then third, and these are in order of priority, third is to maintain the financial health of our company in the long term. And so when we put those lens on decisions we make, it really, like I said, has brought us not only just surviving, but actually thriving through this.
Well said, and thank you again so much for taking the time this morning. It was really great talking with you and to learn about everything that you all have going on over there at Sun Valley.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much, Sarah. Thank you for what you do for our industry too. We appreciate you.